everybody. Happy Thursday. Welcome to the stream. Hello, James. You made it. I'm so proud of you. And there is Sophia, who is regretting past Sophia's decisions. Hello, Anita. Welcome in, friend. And there's Doozy Squimps. Good morning, Doozy Squimps. How's everybody doing today? How's everybody doing? I'm doing pretty okay. I stayed up a little too late last night. I had dinner with a friend, and we just had a really good time catching up. So that was really cool. I got home at like 11:30, and then of course I'm awake. So I'm just like putzing around on my phone, and like an idiot, the thing I know not to do when I go to bed is I started looking at threads. I know not to do that. I did it anyway. So I went to sleep at like 3 this morning. And then I was up at like 9. So I'm kind of tired today. And I'm having shortbread cookies for breakfast because I'm a fucking adult. Yeah. But I have to tell you, I'm going to do an unboxing here in a second because I bought this thing. You can't really tell what it is from the box, but it's supposed to be like a hand massager thing. So I generally have a rule for myself that if I take a gummy and I'm high, I can shop, but I can't check out. But apparently I didn't realize I was high when I made this purchase. But I got a really good deal. Like, I literally remember looking through it. Because I have a lot of issues, like, with my thumb, with my wrist, and, you know, my hands. And so, like, this is like an $80 thing that I got for, like, $35. So we're gonna look at what happens when I break my own rules. So clearly I was just in a rule breaking mood this week. I can't even fucking get it open because I have shitty nails. So yeah. So I clearly this week has been a week of rule breaking. All right, let's see what this thing looks like. This is so silly, y'all. I can't believe I bought this. But I hope it works because I could definitely use it for my hands. But it's supposed to be like a massager, and it has heat and all kinds of stuff. Let's see. Doozy Squib, work yesterday was emotionally horrible. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. So I'm really glad to be here with you folks. We are really glad that you are here with us also. Especially to witness my really dumb purchases. Ugh. But I got a really good deal. That counts, right? That's very white woman. I don't know if you realize that, but that's very white woman. All right. This is the thing. There it is. Hey, James. You can see. There's my fingers. I don't know if it's charged yet. Oh, no, I'm going to have to charge it. Oh, wait. I don't know. Maybe it actually has to be plugged in. Like, let me get my plug. That's not the right plug. Hang on. Where's the right plug? There it is. Okay. Oh, hello. We're all tangled up now. What's going on here? Come on now. Come on now. And I have a magnet on it. And now it's like attached to my chair. Okay, where do I plug this in? Like that? Ah! And it is, the light has come on. It says it is charging. Okay, so I'm gonna have to charge it. So we'll check it out on a break. We'll let it sit here and charge for a while. And then we'll check it out on a break and we'll see what happens. I'm so dumb, y'all. You know, and it's not like I've got a ton of disposable income. I mean, I'm okay. Like, we're not like destitute or anything like that, but like, I don't know. But it was a really good deal. And also, you know, it might help my mom too, because she's got like arthritis in her thumb and stuff. Okay, anyway, so we'll look at my dumb purchase later. So, what's going on with y'all? James is in meeting fun, which is, I feel like, par for the course. Excuse me, for James. What else is going on? Let's see. It's I know it's crazy, right? It just looks like this like pod or something that should be like cryogenically freezing people. It's a hand massager. You put your hand in it and it's supposed to like massage and do like pressure points and like heat and stuff like that. And since I do have arthritis in my hands, I'm hoping, it wasn't such an awful purchase like my elevated purchases. I especially like the rule came in. I made the rule for myself that I'm not allowed to do a checkout when I'm high because I got to where I was ordering Temu shit almost every time I took a gummy. And it was just like, I mean, it, it was just like random shit that I really don't need. So yeah. So anyway, I got this for like $35. I think it was like 38 after tax or whatever. And I don't usually buy, I try not to buy from Amazon, but it's like an $85. And when I say $85, I don't mean like, that manufacturer price is $85 and then they cross it off and they give it to you for like 60. I mean like the cross off part, the price after the cross off was $85. And I got it for like under 40. So, I mean, I feel like that was a pretty good fucking deal. So yeah. So yeah. We'll let it charge. Don't let me forget on the break. We'll check it out. It's got the little user manual. Hey, it can operate all the way up to 90% humidity. Well, that's going to get a little, weird in the summer. So, yeah. Okay, so I'm not going to do that. All right. So, what's everybody working on today? I'm going to try to get some more words on the manuscript. I already started I reread not all of what I wrote yesterday, but where I kind of ended up. And I did a couple little tweaks to it just to make the make it sound a little better. I didn't do full edits or anything like that. And it was only the couple paragraphs before, because I know exactly where I'm in it where I left off. So that's fine. But yeah, so I'm going to see if we're going to go with a 500 word goal for today. And if I can get it up to 1,000, even better. So this is probably the first time in a long time where I've woken up and gone, oh, I want to go work on that story. Yeah. So I'm excited about that. I'm at a point where I need to do some description, and I hate this part. I need to just co-write with somebody who really enjoys doing descriptions and then see what we can make, because I just do not like it. Anyway, let's see. Anita is still writing on book 2 of Obsidian Blade. We love that. That's awesome. I'm gonna pop over to YouTube, see if there's any chat. I'm not seeing any chat on YouTube, but it's also hard. If you're on YouTube and you're watching, say something in the chat right now. Because it doesn't, in my streaming software, it doesn't stay populated on the multi-stream chat part. So if people talk, I don't necessarily see it. I should probably open the YouTube in a window. That would probably be more efficient than trying to use the multi-stream chat. Okay, so what's everybody else working on? Sophia, what you got? Oh, there's Sophia. I'm going to have a snack and then get some quick cleaning done. I like this. That's a good plan. That's a good plan. And James is in meetings. Doozy Squibs, what you working on? What you working on today? Who else is out there? See if there's anybody out there I can... Nope, that's it. That's all of us. I gotta figure out a way to get more viewers. Not that, I don't love y'all, because I love y'all. But, I want to have, more people to hang out with. So, if you guys have suggestions on how to do that, let's talk. Doozy Squimps is working on the nano book, finally falling into the swing of things again. You and me, buddy, you and me. We're doing that together. We're falling into the swing of things together. Huzzah! So, as you can see, I've already got my little spirit CD. I decided on the teapot today. We've still got a couple more spirits to find, but I haven't been feeling like, you know, doing all that. My brain, I don't have the spoons for even looking for spirits right now. Like banging out 2K in the time it was taking me to do 250 at the start of the month. Yes, good job. Good job. Excellent. We love to hear that. We love to hear that. Um, so the part I'm on right now is my main character's friend has just died, basically with her head in her lap, and now the book. They're now contending with the book that the chick brought in and shoved at my main character, and said, "Here, you have to hurry. Time's almost up," or something. Whatever she said. Um, so yeah, so that's where I'm going. So right now I'm working on the description of the book itself from what my main character sees. I hate description, y'all. So anyway, but I'm gonna get into it. If y'all want to get into it, let us do the thing. I have got 20 minutes on the clock. Let's get into it, y'all. Here we go. Okay, y'all, that was the timer. I was not paying attention. I was all up in the story. I got 245 words that round. How did everybody else do? Took me a little bit to get into it. Now I have to decide if they're gonna actually call the cops, which is what you should do, or if they're gonna try to take the dead friend's body somewhere. So anyway, I'm still thinking. I'm thinking about, because I feel like I could. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Um, so yeah, so I'm working through that piece. So how'd everybody do? James found out one of his favorite homies from work lives nearby. That's awesome. You can get together and hang out. That'd be fun. Cool, cool. Nice. Still fighting a stupid headache. I'm sorry. Have you tried that trick, this trick where you like massage that little web? I don't remember which hand it's supposed to be, but one of the hands. That's supposed to help with a headache. I don't know if it does. I'm lucky in that I don't get headaches very often. Usually, if I get a headache, it's because I've been sitting badly and haven't been sitting up, or I've slept badly. It usually has to do with the muscles of my neck being strained. I don't usually get headaches otherwise, which I recognize as a very lucky thing. So Sophia cleaned a bit and now finishing the crochet pair. Are you going to share a picture? James said is the opposite side of the pain. That is L14. Or is it LI4? I'm not sure what that is. And the only acupuncture meridian that crosses the body. Okay. See, you do know those things. Awesome. I don't know anything about that. I just know that that's what people have told me. Anita got 250 words. There would have been more except for pesky research. Dang it. And the need to constantly find names in previous chapters I can't remember how to spell. That's why in Scrivener I have my names. Like I have my character stuff in Scrivener and I have my place names in Scrivener, and I can do a split screen. As a matter of fact, I have a split screen up right now because I need information. I need to have the information on this book readily available while I'm writing. So I have that part open on the bottom, and then the part I'm writing on open on the top. Oh, large intestine 4. Okay, I thank you for translating that because clearly I had no fucking idea what I was talking about. Doozy Squib's got 241. Look at us, y'all. We're doing good. I use footnotes for this in Scrivener. Yeah, I just have character stuff. Although I have to add this new character that just died. Because I'm eventually going to write a short story from my main character's past where her best friend and then the one who just died are on some weird. They used to smuggle magical artifacts when they were young. So I'm going to write a story about that at some point. James says, I should hope so. I have a master's degree in the topic. Well, then, yes, I would also hope so. I know what I could do to fix it, but people panic when you start putting needles in the back of your head in meetings on camera. Turn your camera off. Turn your camera off. Just tell them, I have a really bad headache. The light from the monitor is bothering me, so until this headache eases, I'm going to keep my camera off. I know that doesn't make sense, but they won't pay any attention to it not making sense. Anita said, I just thought of that. Docs now has tabs for the same purpose. Look at them trying to be like Scrivener. Look at them. All right. Shall we get into another 20 minutes? I think we shall. Let's do the thing. Here we go. 20 minutes. Look, y'all, I caught the timer. Mainly because I did not write that sprint. I got sidetracked by a friend who's struggling, and I was trying to figure out a way that I might get some help to her. But I have not yet, as yet, figured it out. But then I decided I'm gonna wait and work on that tonight, so that I can get back to work. But by then there was only 2 minutes left, so I just putzed around for 2 minutes while I waited for the timer to go off. How did y'all do? I also realized that I did not read the directions on how to actually turn it on. This thing is charged. It's fucking charged. So, but I didn't understand how to turn it on. Sophia finished the pear and opened her work in progress. We love that. We love that. Okay, so we get a little break, but we're definitely going to try this in a second. Well, not a second, in a couple minutes, because I need to top off my tea, and y'all may need to go do some things as well. Anita got 181 words. Yes. And Doozy Squimps got 200 and something. Excellent. We love that. Yay. I got like a couple words, but that was it. Actually, no, I don't even think I got a couple words. All right. So I'm going to go top off my tea. Maybe hit the bathroom. I haven't decided yet. My bladder's like, we could or not. Maybe. We'll see. So if you need something to eat, something to drink, you need to use the restroom yourself, please go ahead and take this time to do that. Also, if you've been sitting this whole time, please get up out your chair, stretch your bod. It will thank you later when you're older, I promise. Also, first reminder, if you have not taken your meds, and you should have taken your meds by now, please take your meds. I've still got 4 pills left, so hopefully I'll knock those out during the stream. Sorry, y'all. I told you I'm tired. Okay, I'm gonna be right back. Y'all be right back. We'll meet back here in a few minutes. Sorry about that, y'all. I got sidetracked finding the cat's food and stuff. And then for some reason, Pop Rocks just stops playing after the end of a song sometimes. I don't know why. All right, so shall we try the new thing? So when I read the directions, I found out I have to hit the button for 2 seconds and then it turns on. And you see it's completely... Oh, hang on. I think I was supposed to put my hand in there. All right. Okay, it's smushing my hand right now. Can you hear it? It's now massaging it's smushing my fingers very tightly. Okay, now let it out. Now it's going after my wrist. It's kind of like a blood pressure cuff. It's smushing my wrist, y'all. Okay, now it's relaxing. No, it's not relaxing. My wrist is still smushed. And now it's smushing my fingers. Ow. That is very tight. Dude, no. Stop. Oh, that hurt on my wrist, y'all. I'm not really sure how to fiddle with it. It's only on 3 intensity out of like 6. It's supposed to be going for like 30 minutes, but I don't really know how to... What's the mode? What is that? Okay, there's mode 2. Okay, we want to bring the intensity down to 2, I think. There we go. I don't know what... Oh, mode 2 is mostly my fingers, it feels like. Anyway, this is super weird. That actually doesn't feel bad. I'm going to put the little heat on. See how that works. Oh no, that's vibration. I don't feel it. I can hear it though. Okay, it was probably a bad idea to put my right hand in there since that's where my mouse is. Oh, it is totally smushing my entire hand. Ow. Alright, so we're gonna... Is there a way to pause it? No, you can only turn it off. There's no way to pause it? Okay. We're gonna turn it off for now. I'll play with it later, but wow, that was super weird. And I can just do the other hand. Yeah, I could just do the other... Okay, that was super weird, y'all. Oh, look! I have... Can you see? Can you see the dots I have on my hand? It's got, like, acupressure... I don't know. But it's just a bunch of dots, like, somebody, like... I don't know. Like, I put my hand on... Oh, it's on the inside, too. It's almost like, a bed of nails. That's what it looks like. But I couldn't feel that piece. I couldn't feel that part. It's just, the inside has raised dots on it. So I really need to look at the manual and see what all the... It's got like 6 different, types of things. And then it's got heat. And then it's got, like, vibration. Although I can't really feel the vibration on my hand with all the smushing. Yeah, it's weird. It's weird. But I'm probably going to play with it. But with my left hand. During part of this sprint. I also brought up some Mexican street corn pretzels. Because again, I'm an adult and I can eat what I want for lunch. So I'm going to have some of those while I work and stuff. Okay. Enough of my yammering. And enough of the ridiculousness. So we're going to do another 20 minutes. I'm going to let this thing play with my hand and we'll see what happens. I may end up sending it back because it's kind of ridiculous. But we'll see. All right. 20 minutes, y'all. Let's do it. Here we go. Okay, y'all, that is the sprint. How'd you do? I have a total of six. That's wrong. 356 for the day so far. I spent the first half of, not quite half, probably the first 8 minutes playing with my little massager. But all it really does is smush and release. Smush, and it's got like heat, which is nice, and it's got like a vibration thing, which I guess is okay. But like it mostly just smushes and releases. There's no like rolling. Like if they had it to where it rolled across your spine so it felt a little more like a massage, I feel like that would be better. And the same with the fingers. Every time it would smush, I'd be like, okay, now roll. Like, and I don't know why they couldn't do that. So it's probably going to go back, if I'm being honest. I'll give it another day or so and fiddle with it, but it's probably going to go back. I'm not very impressed with it. So, how did you guys do that round? Doozy Squib's got about 300-ish words. Yes. Sophia wrote 500 words, and I'm counting that as goal completed today. Heck yeah. Excellent. Doozy Squibs had a foot massager like that. Didn't feel nice. It's just like, have you ever had a massage? Like, come on now. Anita got 139 words, a crash course on the flavors of wine, and some banter. Oh, we like some banter up in here. We like some banter. We do like some banter. All right, well, I feel like we're chugging along. I'm going to get back to it. And I invite all of you to do the same. James, how you doing out there? How's your headache, babe? Let me look, see if there's anybody. If there's anybody on YouTube, please feel free to say hello in the chat. I'm currently looking at the chat there. So yeah. Let me know you're here, and I'll give you a little shout out. But as of now, we're going to start the next sprint. Y'all ready? 20 minutes. Here we go. Okay, y'all, come on back. I didn't get very many words. I got maybe, I don't know, 30 or 40 words because I got sidetracked doing some research on pirate captain logbooks. So, so yeah, so that's what I got sidetracked on. Um, but how did you guys do? How did you guys do? It's gonna be hard to hit my 500 words because I'm gonna have to skip this little bit where she initially is gonna open up the book because I'm not sure what the first page is supposed to look like. So so yeah, so I'm gonna have to check that out, do some more research. So right now I think I'll put just a little placeholder in there so I can get back to my words. Y'all, come on. Talk in the chat. Okay. Sophia says, I'm sitting here freaking out about dentists being expensive. I understand that, my friend. But if it makes you feel any better, it's not nearly expensive for you as it is for me. So, yeah. Ugh, I'm sorry. Anita says 130 words and jumping down the rabbit hole 15th century fans. You and I, friend, we're down that research rabbit hole. I have no idea how much it's going to cost. I don't know how many holes need fixing. Yeah, I'm sorry. But there's nothing you can do about it until you actually go, so there's no sense in really freaking out about it until you understand, like, have an understanding of what the actual amount is. So if you can, try not to waste your energy freaking out about it because you literally don't know. So just, I mean, I haven't been to the dentist in 15 years. I was like that when I didn't have insurance from the time I was 18 until I was about, well, I guess it was when we got married, so I was 33. So yeah, so I didn't have any, the only time I went to the dentist was if something was really wrong, and it was always less expensive to pull the tooth rather than fix the tooth. So, and I didn't have any money. So, yeah. So that's, yeah, I feel you on that. Doozy Squims got to their 1K goal! Great job. Great job. Huzzah! Yay! Oh, wait, let me give you sounds. Hang on. There you go. There's your cheer! There's your cheer, Doozy Squimps. Alright. So we get a little break. This is our last break of the stream. I feel like we had an extra break. I don't know. It feels like we had more breaks than we actually had, I think. Anyway, it doesn't matter. All right. So let's take 5. I'm going to run and use the restroom since I didn't get to do it last break because I had to feed my cat, and then that meant I had to go downstairs and get more cat food. And then the way my husband had the box on the shelf, I went to open it. I thought he had set it up so we could easily open it, but that is not what happened. So then that had to get sorted. So that ended up taking up the entire break. So I'm going to go use the restroom and then I'll be back. Oh, Dizzy Squimps, bye. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. And congratulations on getting your 1K. Huzzah. Yay. I hope you have a great rest of your day. So, all right, let's go ahead and go do the things we need to do. If you need to get something to eat, something to drink, you need to use the facilities. This is the perfect time to do that. Yeah, if you haven't taken your meds, and you should have taken your meds by now. James, have you taken your meds? Take your meds. All right. I mean, I'm not your mom. You ain't got to listen to me, but it'll be better if you take your meds. Also, if you've been sitting this entire time, please get up out your chair, move your butt around, do a little dance, shake your booty, or whatever you like. So, all right. I'm going to be right back. I got to pee. I'll be back. Okay. Sorry, y'all. I was grooving, moving and grooving. Oh, Sophia, I missed you. Good night. Sweet dreams, friend. Sweet dreams. Y'all, I'm tired. I just want to go to bed. I'm not gonna, but I wanna. Oh. Trying to think if there's anything interesting going on lately. Some of my friend circle are having a Friendsgiving Saturday, but I'm probably not gonna go. I'm tired. I went out to dinner last night. That's the extent of my socialness this week. Because, you know, I'm going to have to deal with family next week, and that's always fun. So, yeah. For those who are not American, well, USian, our Thanksgiving is a week from today, actually, next Thursday. So, yeah. So my brother goes to his in-laws' house in the afternoon, which means we move ours to the evening. So we usually go at about 4 or 5 and eat about 6, which is not my mom's preference. She would rather us come all at 3, eat at 4, and then stay the evening, but that doesn't work when he has to be at his in-laws at 1. So, yeah. So it's an evening. Anyway. Okay, I'm tired. All right. We've only got 20 seconds left on the break, so we are going to go ahead in just a second and get into the next sprint. Yeah. Yeah. So, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's not very loud, is it? Let me turn it up a little. All right. Are we ready? Oh, you fed the dragon. Thank you, Anita. Yay. I still don't have that sound. That is so weird. Okay. Thank you for feeding, Pixie. You're awesome. Okay, I got 20 minutes on the clock, y'all. Let's get back into it. Here we go. Boom. Okay, y'all. How'd you do? How'd you do? I broke my 500 word goal. I'm at 572, I think. What was it? 572 for the day. So the new goal is 750. We're going to see if we can make 750. So my characters, the police came, did what they do, took the body. My main characters have just gone upstairs to Dell's apartment, where she has a bookshelf filled with books about magic and various other things. And they're going to have a look at this leather-bound tome that has come into Dell's possession. So that's where we are now. That's where we are now. This is, and I have to get into more description because I have to describe the apartment a little bit, just so people know where they are in space. And then I have to describe the front of the book, and then what they see when they open the book. And I have notes on a lot of that part already. And I kind of know what her apartment looks like, but, you know, details. I hate that part. Rachel, welcome in. Huzzah, glad you could join us. Rachel is jumping in. I'm working on TikTok videos today and Halo later. What kind of stuff are you putting on TikTok? What kind of stuff are you putting on TikTok? Like, are they just talky talk videos, or like, what do you do? Anita got 189 words and describing a supper. Apparently, I don't know if you feel the same way about description as I do, Anita, but I hate doing description. And part of it is because I am not a visual thinker. And, you know, they do that thing where, you know, when someone says the word apple and asks you to think of an apple, what do you see? And the thing is, I don't see an apple. I don't, see. I understand an apple as a concept, not as a physical thing. Which is why description, I think, is hard for me, and which is also why I skim descriptions in books I read, because I already have the concept of whatever it is. You know, I'll watch for specific details that are mentioned, because, you know, if you mention specific details, they're often important later. But otherwise, I don't care. Anita said, I like description, but I had to look up things like eel soup. Yum. Rachel says, I prefer to do slideshows of scenes from the books, but TikTok doesn't like that as much anymore. So now I'm doing silent videos of me with scenes from the books over the top. Cool. I'm going to attempt to do me talking too, but I load the sound of my own voice, as does everyone, of course. Yeah, you need to just get over that. Like, honestly, that's one of the things about being on videos and being on shows and stuff, is that I am, like, doesn't bother me anymore. Because it's just, like, it doesn't bother me. So, like, yeah, that's a thing that we all have to get over, I think, you know? I don't hate the sound of my voice anymore. I don't care either way, I think. So, yeah. But really what's more important to me is my inflection, my tone, and the concepts I'm trying to convey. Anita said, I did one of those flip books videos that got good views on YouTube. That's cool. I've heard that those are pretty popular. Yeah, I've heard those are pretty popular. All right. Hey, look, there's a reminder that if you're a Prime member, you can subscribe for free. So there it is, right there in the chat. Okay, but let's get back into it. I got another 20 minutes on the clock. I'm going to go do a little bit of research on Captain's logs. So, y'all ready? 20 minutes. Let's get on it, y'all. Here we go. All right, y'all. That is the end of that sprint. Come on back. Let me know how you did. Let me know how you did. I did some research on pirates and things in Savannah, so I didn't get very many words. Maybe about 20, but I was just getting back into it when the timer went off. So we'll see if I can get there. All right, we will do one more short sprint. Let me know how you did. Check in, check in, check in. We've only got a couple people in here, so I think we're probably not going to raid because usually y'all abandon me at this point anyway, so... James finished 3 meetings, dealt with animal control, and updated a flowchart. That is a lot. That is a lot. Good job. Good job. How's your headache? Also, did you take your meds? Because you missed the reminders. So, you fed the dragon. You fed Pixie. Rach Taylor stayed busy working on TikTok videos. I need to learn more about talking as I come off as either hyperactive or asleep. I mean, sometimes, like, lean into yourself. Lean into your personality. Because what I have found is that I can't really speak to TikTok, but we get a lot of overflow from TikTok onto Threads, and I find that the people who have the most like engaging content are themselves. Like, they are who they are, like, unapologetically. So just like lean into whatever, lean into being hyper, lean into being asleep, like whatever it is, lean into it. James did take his meds and some pain meds, and my head is finally improving. Yay! That's awesome. I'm so glad. Anita said not too many words because I had to share the Claudia Christian interview. Yay! Feel free to drop a link. Feel free to drop the link because we do love her. We do love her. It's true. Rachel says, yep, I sound too practiced. And that's the thing. Like, you have to be authentic. That's what people respond to. They respond to being authentic, and that means not reading off a script. Or if you do read off a script, practice it enough so that you know where you want your inflections to go and stuff, and put it as close, put whatever you're reading as close to the camera lens as possible so that you can very easily make eye contact with the camera lens. James says Ivanova is always right. It's true. It's true. Yes, the interview. Please also feel free to drop that into the Facebook group. So I'm going to pause that so I can go back and watch later. So I have it up in my browser window. All right, we're going to do a final 15 minutes and then we're just going to shut it down. Unless we get raided, and then we will go raid someone else. Okay, y'all ready for the last 15 minutes? And Anita, that must have been so exciting. I don't know if you're a Bab 5 fan, but like, if you are, that must have been so exciting. She talks about her new book and was a delight. She always seemed like a delight to me. So James says, my former architect's last name is Smirnova, and I want to get her to record a version of that for her. I wonder if she's on Cameo. Check and see if she's on Cameo, because you could maybe get that. Yes, you're a big Babylon 5 fan. Yes, that's part of why we get along, because we're friends like that. Yeah. So, yay! That must have just been so, so, so fun. Oh my gosh. I love her. I got to meet, what is her name? Mira, I can't think of her last name, the one who played Delenn, at Dragon Con years ago, obviously before she passed away. But like, she hated the con circuit. Not like rudely hated it, but it was very clear that she was incredibly uncomfortable with the sheer number of people who were there. And I really felt bad for her because she was not having a good time. I felt so bad for her. Furlan, that's her name. Thank you so much. Yeah, she was not... She was on one of our panels. At that point, we had a panel on the writer's track that was about... It was actors and directors who Like we asked them like, what do you want to see in characters, you know, and stuff like that. It was a really good panel. I felt. I mean, we only ever got the not B actors, but like actors who maybe weren't in anything current, because you know all the big events got the bigger names. So, but she was on one of those, and also the kid who played in Terminator, who played the kid, the one who like crashed out. He was totally crashed out on our panel. He was. He must have been, I don't know if he was high or drunk or crossfaded or what the fuck, but he was, yeah. But she was a delight, and once she was actually on the panel, it seemed like she felt more comfortable, but she also didn't really understand what we were trying to accomplish. I guess no one had read the description to her or anything like that. So, yeah, she was very uncomfortable. I felt bad for her. All right. Anyway, let's get into it. We've got an ad in about 2 minutes, so let's go ahead and jump in. 15 minutes, final sprint of the stream. Let's go, y'all. All right, y'all, that's it. The end of the stream. How did you do? I made my 750 word goal. I officially have 816 words that I've written today. So I will probably have no trouble breaking the 1,000 word mark. Yeah, so that's 2 days in a row. Y'all, 2 days in a row. Thank you, James. I thought you were taking off. I'm so glad you stayed for a few minutes. Yay. So I'm really happy. I'm really happy. That's 2 days in a row I've written. I've made my goal both days, even though my extended goal is 1,000 words. My minimum goal for the day is 500, so I've made that. Yeah, it is 2 days in a row. Yes. Thank you for noticing, Rachel. I'm so excited. And you continue to do TikTok. Excellent. Good, good, good. Anita got 204 words this session and 1208 for the whole stream. Huzzah! That's amazing. Great job. Great job, everybody. Great job. Is there anybody else that... I think it's just us. It's just us. So I'm going to go ahead and just shut it down. I'm not going to raid because I know y'all go your own separate ways anyway. So, yeah. Anyway, let me go over the events of the coming week as I know them. It is not January 2026, so let me get back to today. So these are all going to be in Eastern time, as you already well know. Tonight at 7 p.m., Amelia has her writing sprints from 7 until 9. She does 30-minute sprints. Tomorrow I will be on Zoom for our usual co-working at 1 p.m. I do have a eye doctor appointment, but that's at like 9:15, so I don't think it's going to impact it or in any way, but I'm just giving you guys a heads up just in case. All right, so that goes from 1 until 2:30. At 3 p.m., Autumn has her Twitch sprints from 3 till 5. Then at 7, Amelia does her 30-minute sprints again from 7 till 9. On Saturday, our very own James, who is maybe out there or maybe already left, he will be doing his Saturday Discord sprints from 11 a.m. until 1 p.m. Then at 8 p.m. on Twitch, Autumn has her sprints and she goes from 8 until 11. Sunday morning, Lisa has confirmed she will be hosting our Sunday morning write-in. That is a Google Meet link. She has put it up in the group. I believe it's both an event and she made a post about it yesterday, I think. Anyway, that's Sunday morning at 10 a.m. and she goes from 10 until 12. Then at 3 p.m. we have Twitch sprints with Autumn from 3 until 5. And then our usual Zoom chat at 7 p.m. The event is up in the group. Please look at the pinned posts to find it, since they are not populating in the events tab for some reason. But it's there. So go vote if you haven't voted yet. And even if you have voted and you decide and you've thought up a new topic, go put it in there. We'll add it. All right. On Monday, we have Twitch Sprints and Meditation with Mr. Joe Compton at 2 p.m. He goes from 2 until 4. He streams to my YouTube channel, the Go Indie Now Twitch, and the Go Indie Now YouTube channel. So you can find him in 3 different places. On Tuesday, we have Writing Sprints with Amelia at 7 p.m. again. Those are those 30-minute sprints. She goes from 7 till 9. I will be back here next Wednesday at noon doing Twitch sprints from noon until 3 as usual. And then at 8 p.m., Dalen should be hosting his Work It Wednesday from 8 until 9. And I believe this month he is just doing writing sprints unless somebody needs actual help or input on something. And then he's happy to shift over to that. So next Thursday is Thanksgiving here in the U.S. So it is unlikely that I will be streaming. Actually, I'm not going to be streaming, so I'm just going to cancel that right off. So I will not be streaming, and I'm betting Amelia won't be streaming either, but I'll double check with her. So that's the week, y'all. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and shut down. Thank you, as always, for hanging with me. You guys are fabulous. All right, and we'll see you later. Bye.